Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I'm doing one last video from the main house here before I move up to the cabin for the week. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I will miss, the only thing I'll miss is a couple of little workspaces I have here in the main house, but otherwise it's going to be kind of nice to be in the cozy little cabin. It's a different view from up there. It's a little bit higher up, and it's just different space, spending time in different space. So I'll be doing from a couple of different locations. I mean, I still have access to the whole property, so it's not like I'm going to be totally away. But anyhow, new and different venues for the next week. Anyhow, just wanted to talk today a little bit about people coming to raw veganism for health issues. There's a lot of information batted around out there, and there's a lot of BS padded around out there. And there's actually, just in my opinion, there's just a lot of people that aren't qualified to address some of the issues that they address when it comes to health issues, some being serious health issues. People write me from time to time, although that's actually kind of stopped. I got that more in the past. As people kind of pick up my vibe, they see that I don't deal with specific health situations like that because I'm not qualified. I came from a place, even though I lived a bad lifestyle, I was fortunate enough to, I came into this lifestyle healthy, despite the way I had treated my body. So I don't have any background, any experience in trying to reverse any sort of health issues. I'm trying to think of anything. I mean, I was worried about my liver from the drinking, so I kind of, that's where my health journey kind of began, that eventually led to this lifestyle. But that was more like me thinking preventative, trying to reverse some of the damage, just thinking ahead. It wasn't because I actually had health issues. So I came into this lifestyle pretty unscathed, pretty healthy. So my approach has probably been, somewhat different than what someone that is struggling because of some sort of a health issue, painful issues sometimes, whether it's digestive, whether it's the autoimmune disorders, whether it's heart disease, whether it's diabetes, cancer, any of these things. But what I always try to do, and I try to be a responsible person, because like I say, when you're dealing with a serious health issue, I'm sorry, you probably don't want to initially come to somebody like me or just your, everyday YouTuber out there for your best advice. Or maybe, but here's what I would recommend first. Anybody with any serious health issues that is looking into this lifestyle, and you can make your mind, I would say number one, educate yourself and then make your mind up for yourself in which direction you're going to go. If you're going to go fully raw vegan, how hard you're going to go with it, which approach you would use. So basically what I recommend is educating yourself, learning the basics, and get the basics down and watch some of the people that are going to give like a no-nonsense scientific explanation of disease and how the plant-based lifestyle can reverse disease and affects disease in the body. Number one, I'd start off, I've got a few of my notes down here so I can remember things, would be the China Study by T. Colin Campbell. That's an excellent place to start. That was the first book for me that just kind of opened up about a plant-based lifestyle and the possibilities. He talks about, he did a study with tumors, with a different, I think it was aflatoxin, but anyhow, no, don't need to get into the particulars. Read the China Study. Whole, he just came out with a new book about a year or two ago. I lose track of time. Whole, really good book. I need to finish Whole. I haven't finished it yet. I start books and then I get into a different train of thought and I jump around a good bit. But here's a good talk. I think it may be a book also, How Not to Die by Dr. Greger. Look that up on YouTube. I checked out this morning. There's an excellent talk on that. Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease, one of the pioneers of the plant-based lifestyle as it relates to disease. I would always recommend 80-10-10. 80-10-10 is a basic that I haven't read. I've picked up so much of it from just a lot of the people I network with, but I am going to buy that book and read it just for the knowledge sake one of these days when I get back to the States. Check out even people like I say, I said raw vegan for health issues, but you decide for yourself and you see what makes sense and you understand the mechanics of a plant-based lifestyle, and then you can decide the rawness or the amount of rawness. Look into Dr. McDougall, the starch solution. Look into Dr. Neil Barnard. A lot of these guys are not raw people, but like I've said in videos before, I get a lot of my base, my information, my knowledge of the science and how it affects, how the plant-based lifestyle affects the body from these people more so than I do the raw vegans. Brenda Davis would be one more that I would just throw out there. That's a good set of resources right there to get you started and get you just a grasp of this whole plant-based lifestyle thing. And then I would say after that, after educating yourself, you're going to learn a lot about it there. But each particular health issue can be different in the approach to getting rid of it or treating it or just getting it into remission, whatever you want to call it. And in that case, don't come to somebody that's got some book learning on it. If you've got autoimmune disorder, find somebody that has had an autoimmune disorder and find somebody that's had success on this lifestyle with their immune disorder. The same for whatever you have. If you've got Lyme disease, seek out somebody that has had some success in treating their Lyme disease with a plant-based diet approach. Seek out whatever your specific problem is. Find people that have dealt with that. Don't look to somebody that's just like one of these people that studies. You know, in the beginning, I was doing some blogging and I was doing certain videos where I was trying to tackle these big subjects, and I'd sit down like I was writing a paper, and I would, I'd look at this person, I'd see what this person would say, and I'd take notes, and I'd say, why would you want to hear me regurgitate what a professional can explain to you? And in the same way, why would you go to somebody that is just a theoretical, something they've learned, something they think, instead of going to somebody that has actually experienced and gone through what you're experiencing and going through? Makes sense, doesn't it? Most things in life are common sense. Don't overthink them. Yeah, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to cut the rambling and not apologize for the rambling today. That's all you really need to know. That would be a simple approach. And if anybody that ever wants to ask me about any health issue, that would be my approach to it. Across the board. Anyhow, just my 2 cents worth as always. I hope you guys like this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel. Throw me a share out there on Google. I want to see how these algorithms work. I'm playing with a couple of things these days. And hope you are having a healthy, beautiful, wonderful week. Have a little fun out there. Don't just do the grind every day and survive. Have a little fun every day. See you guys. Peace.